Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and our home team. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. 10 Lobo. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Go. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, check Mike. Ready, go. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards. How about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 39-yard line.
Come on, set. 90. Wolf. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Everyone, 37's the mic. Ready. 3 bud. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike 37. Hey, let's get in that hole. Ready, go.
2nd and 11. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 22-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. All right, 25.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. The 20. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jackson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 16-yard line.
2nd and 6. And this is complete. It's Allen. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a 1st down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Let's put that team on the clock. 58. Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Ready, set. Ready, go.
On 1st down, Ryan. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just stuck out there. They just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
The tackle made by Joey Bosa. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
552. Get him.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
45, Mike, 45.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 14.
Here we go. 60 out long. Nice 7, let's go. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Here we go.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. .45, Mike, 45. Set, go.
Looking to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded at the 20.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Check 52. Hey, 59, ready.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle that time by Quentin Poling.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Drop deep, drop deep. Ready.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well, and if this is offsides, it's going to be a first. Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him offsides.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. He's checking Craig. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On the carry, it's Jackson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Come on, boys, come on.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Black. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
64, weak. SOS, SOS, SOS. Check the hot read.
They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Keenan Allen, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Check mark 45. Check mark 45. You rush, you rush, you rush.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Virgil Green. Incomplete. It's now 4th down and goal.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn it.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down carry for Henry. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Allen Bailey just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Ryan. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And it's caught over the middle, Hooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready, blue 80, right 25.
From the gun, it's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
44 to Mike, 44 to Mike. Check. I'm going to run you over. Fofo to Mike. Mike's Fofo. Hey, we heavy on the edges,
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
39.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Here's Henry, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Falcons push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, 45. Here we go. Ready, go. Recall. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
They go play action now. Ryan. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll toss it to Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice it.
Touchdown, Falcons! Derrick Henry, 32 yards. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Check, 42, fellas, let's go. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Watch twins. Check three. Hey, check Mike 45. Right here. 45. Mike, 45. Set hot. 45's the mic. We own it. Ready.
Back to throw here. Open man, it's Allen. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ballgame, and he's got a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Set 90. Wolf. Double dog. That's the way. He's coming. We got double up. Set, go.
2nd and 11. Throwing right, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
Set, hut. 10 Tucson. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
On first down, Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run with Jackson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Everyone, you got 4 down. Yeah, go get him. Go get him. Go. Check 45 to Mike. Head. To Mike. Watch the slant. 45, Mike. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Grady Jarrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Falcons, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop down to 1.